Don't know why that was like that, but we'll make it happen, make it work. Get back in action here. All right. All right, we'll do a re-recording because I'm pretty sure I probably lost a little bit of that recording slash hashtag crashes failed. All right. Hello, everybody. It's me, your host, Nico Silverell. Welcome to another glorious day of streaming and memeing, and welcome to the game known as Blade Song, a game where it is basically, in a really simplistic way to describe it, Blacksmith Simulator. We are currently involving ourselves into the glorious world of the campaign, and we are now in the tutorial playing as a nifty wanderer, and we are learning how to build blades in this really cool indie showcase game. Really excited to show you guys what we got going on here tonight. As always, though, let's sit back, let's get at it, and of course, enjoy the vibes. Now, we're gonna try our best not to crash, because crashes are awesome. But yes, so we have the moving of the blade here. We can go, we can do the thing, everything's all already heated and forwarded, awesome. Okay, let's see here. Use tutorial flag information, cool. Awesome. Customers different requirements which your sword must fulfill. The top left panel shows the progress towards commission requirements. So they want between 38 and 58%. It's currently only 10% wide or lengthy. But yeah, Chuck, we had a bit of a crash, which is why we're kind of in the middle of the thing here. So gotta figure it out, you know. All right, so we gotta smash. Oop. Okay, let's see here. Oh my god, you can like actually like you can tippy tap this thing. Oh, I love that. All right, so then damn, this thing's gonna take a second. Gotta keep bonking it. Bonk it more. More lengthy. I need more length. More length. All right. So now we've gotten that, and then so we got the length that we need to do, the thickness. Thick. How thick do you want it? I mean, it's gonna be a sword, so we gotta just. Oh yes, it's this easy. All right, so we've gotten this. Boom, the width now. Let's see, how do I? I'll say this is a pretty reasonable little blip there. And we gotta make it a point now. Oh. Nice, okay. Oh, yeah, so they have like actual like statistics, like everything down to like by the centimeter. Oh god, that's kind of terrifying, not gonna lie. Okay, so right now this thing is currently claiming it's basically squared. So what we gotta now do here is change up this now. Cross section. So now we're gonna keep it going. Not there yet. Not there. Pointy. Awesome. All right, and then click the hilt mode so we can work on the hilt. Okay, cool. So now, what kind of hilt can we do here? We can do a sellsword guard, or we can do a square guard. I kind of like the idea of doing a square guard, actually, if I'm being honest. Let's see here. So, boom. All right, so this thing's gonna be a two-handed weapon. It means this thing's probably gonna be somewhere around the lines of like two separate hilts. Attaching parts cost resources. Keep an eye on the resources panel to see how much you are spending. Okay, so we have used 13 pieces of this Wallhinder. Oh yeah, the freaking like massive like super sword. That it's like a German like crazy lengthy sword. I'm thinking like, okay, so we can get that there. So now I gotta get like a taper weapon, or taper sword piece. Okay, that's about give or take 2 pieces there. And then we've got, trying to think here. So like right now we could definitely incorporate, let's see, considering like this thing's like gonna be a really lengthy sword, I kind of like want to low-key use I feel like a round pommel will be kind of like classic in a sense, you know? So like maybe I can select the pommel and try this. Okay, cool. That one's kind of classic. I kind of like the Baldy one. Make the Berserk Dragon Slayer sword. You know, honestly, we could. We probably could. I think I'll do that one. We're gonna do that. And then I think we're gonna go... Yeah, I think that will work just fine. You can attach sword parts by clicking on them. Oh. Oh, okay, gotcha. When you're happy with the two-handed, let's make some final adjustments to the blade. Okay. So the changing of the width. It looks like the width is still a little bit too lengthy. He wants between 38 and 58. Oh no, it's the width. Psych. Oh my god. Wait, we can make this thing just like a giant... Oh my god, this thing's like a dinner plate. Oh my god. Look at this thing. It's huge. Wait, can I make this thing like a rapier? That is a very thin sword. Low key though. Oh, I wish I could do more. Okay, we're gonna offer it to the guy and see what he says about that. The man takes the sword and jabs it at his shadow experimentally. A slow grin crosses his face. This should do the trick. Thank you, Smith. Here's your payment. I feel like I just like gave a man like a weapon of murder. Like he's about to like commit like some heinous sin against the world, and I'm the one that made him the sword. Although I can't imagine it. I mean, if this guy's like hanging around like a hobble like this man can't be anything worse than like some dude who just like, you know, found me. He probably, well, actually no, he had the money, so he's probably like maybe like a traveling merchant. Although if he wants a two-handed sword, he's gonna die tomorrow. Like the guy's gonna die of dysentery tomorrow. There ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt. Tell you that. God, just on finishing your first sword. Another customer awaits. Let's see. Word is already spreading around camp about the new smith. Your next customer is a wary-looking man with a bad pate. His eyes hollow, darting back and forth. I heard you came down with the wasting fever. Lucky to be alive you are. Anyway, can you modify the sword for me? I scavenged it from the ruins, but it hasn't gone enough of a point to it. I want something that I can stab into a thief's belly if I need to. Hands you a sword with a sharp edge but a rounded tip. As you hold it up to the light, he leans forward conspicuously, or conspiratorially. That's the word. I've had this blade 3 days, and I felt people jealous eyes upon it. If they come for in the night, I want to be able to give them a short, sharp stab. All right. So right off the bat, cool sword, fun pommel. It's got a fun little coin piece to it. I like it. Okay. I like the leather handle piece. Oh my god, the detail. I'm kind of, you know, I'm actually kind of surprised. The details that you can get into this game are actually really intense. Like, why do I have to be that close? Okay. So the blade itself appears to be fine. It's not the best, but we can probably work it out. All right, narrow pointing. Let's see. Point. 70%. Oh. Wait, I can make this into a square? Hello? Okay. Let's see. So I guess we can make that a thing. All right, that should fulfill it. Oh wait, that's the commission. Right on. Hell yeah. Look at that. Boom. Bing, bing, done. Obviously, blacksmithing is so much more complicated than this, but I'll take the bing, bing, done, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the man takes the sword and tests its point, smiling at the bead of blood that wells at his fingertips. Then he stows it away, glancing around the camp as he does so. Folks out here will take everything from you if you ain't vigilant. Keep a keen eye, Smith. He scurries away, his back hunched as though against a non-existent downpour. Oh, God. So that's 2 times in a row I feel like I've given swords and or other things to like very, very dangerous people. A nameless sword. Ah, yes. If I could name the swords, ladies and gentlemen, they are going to be outlandish. They're going to be redunculous. They're going to be beautiful. You just received some scrap. Go to inventory to inspect what you've received. All right, let's see. We've got a random book. May ask for designs from this book. Wood, steel, an heirloom, and scrap. All right, so we've gotten that there. The legendary beating stick, yes. The wench beater. Oh, wait, are there skill trees? Oh, that's lovely. Asymmetric blades. Ooh. Damn, we can actually... Oh, that's cool. Nice. Okay. Loving that. End the day. End the day. I made 30 bucks. Woo! All right, what do we got? I enter the city. All right, I'm interested for this here. I'm already like so like I'm kind of like interested in how this game's gonna go, honestly. Passage into Aaron Keep is barred by a colossal gate taller than a ship's mast. It was built to withstand enemy armies, but since the Masked King's ascension, oh, that's lovely. It mainly keeps out the desperate masses seeking his protection. Examine the magical barrier? It's only visible to half light at dawn or when it pours in with the rain, a faint shimmer that rises from the walls and captures Aaron Keep in a vast dome. Oh, what do you mean? The barrier's weight is why so many travel so far camp outside the walls. This is the reason why you came here. Braving countless dangers, this barrier keeps the dangers of the wasteland at bay. I approach the gate. As you approach the gate, the port cutlass rises to admit a caravan and chaos breaks out. The crowd swells like a rising tide. Refugees push forward, begging for entry, and the guards batter them back with their shields. The merchant wagon barrels through the driver using horse whips to lash stragglers out of the way. Sneak through the wagons. You know, honestly, the guard's gonna want to shoot me. I'm gonna sneak through. You don't get far before a guard grabs you by the shoulder and flings you down to the churned mud. Not on my watch. He gazes down at you like a fisherman disappointed with his catch. I have coin if you could just stand aside. What good is your coin if the Masked King has me drawn and quartered at the examples of others? If you ain't a citizen, you don't have any of a worker's permit, I can't let you through. Simple. Now get out of here, applicant. Applicant. That's an euphemism that guards use to refer to the desperate hordes camping at their gate. It has a nice ring, you suppose, than refugee. I'm a blacksmith. How about that? Every applicant who come here begging is a doctor or a master glassmaker or a damned alchemist. You think I was born yesterday? If you're a smith, prove it. If you just come with me, I'll demonstrate my skills at my forge. I don't think he's gonna just leave his gate though. That doesn't feel right. There's no shot. I can show you how about he's not gonna want to leave the gate. And how am I supposed to know you're telling the truth? I got a sword too. Does that make me a smith? Buzz off, little fly. You return to your tent where your makeshift forge awaits. You're hardly at your best, working at such limited materials, but it's all you have for the time being. It won't be long before your cache of steel runs out, since it seems you're going to be here for longer than expected. You should make it a priority to find a merchant in this forsaken place. Okay, so now, so we're homeless. Well, not we're homeless, we're poor, basically. Tutorial's done. From now on, you have more to spend. You won't be able to complete every commission, so pick the ones you like the sound of. The game will open up from here. Don't be afraid to explore. Here are a few resources to get you started. I got some XP, got a lot of steel, wood. Okay, so we got my 8, how many points do I have? I have 8 action points. Let's see. A scruffy young man slides up to your anvil, glancing around nervously, picking at a half-healed scar on his face. I found this blade in the Lost City. It's not in good condition. You think you could make it usable again? So let's see. That's 10 bucks. $94. 22, 74, 85. Ooh, I might need to hold on to you, actually. Okay, let's see. Woman approaches you with an anvil. Your anvil, wait. The woman who approaches your anvil has sharp, quick eyes and never stops scanning her surroundings. Judging by her scars, she had some close scrapes in her past. I'm going to head to the lost city and found stuff to sell. People say there's treasure there, stuff that was left behind. Old tools, scrap, maybe even some gold. But the lost city is dangerous. Things hunt in the dark. I need something to keep me alive. Call it an investment. Okay, I like that. She's got some good opportunities here. So let's see. Broken sword. Isolde. She flinches up. I heard you right. Circling, screeching, getting closer. Wait for it to continue. The others say I'm mad that we left that thing back in the waste, but they didn't see what I did to my brother. The way it looked at me and tore limb from limb. It didn't hurt. It didn't hunt like an animal. It watched me, enjoyed my fear. I'm sure it followed me all this way. Something, a good blade at your side could come in handy. I don't know what a sword can do against something like that, but I figure having a sword is better than nothing at all. So let's see, so Isolde, I can do these, but I have only 9 though. That's the problem. So let's see, you're 94 bucks and a lot of tankers and steel versus some leather. Leather might be good in the long run, more valuable probably. I can get that one for sure. So it looks like I'm gonna have to do a 5, and a 1. Yeah, although I don't know if I really need leather right now. I think we're gonna do this one because this is about what I'm looking at. All right, we'll do that one and we'll do this one. So he just wants me to make this. Oh, yo, a kid found this? What do you mean? Look at this thing. It's got fancy bits in it. Okay, it's got a nice little handle to it. Nothing crazy, but he just wants me to make it. Name your sword. The sword shall be the poor. He will slay his enemies with the poor. All right, so he's got a broad point. It's not very sharp right now. So we need to go ahead and change the point here. So we're gonna sharpen this thing up pretty hardcore right now. Right about there. It's a little. Engravings give no tactical edge whatsoever. Yeah. All right, and then I think the thickness is a bit too much. Just need to be a little thinner. Okay, so we're gonna go Okay, so it's almost there. I don't think we need a width tapering. I don't know if this child wants to have a really thick sword though. The tapering's gonna throw me off a little bit, but we'll figure it out. Okay, there we go. So we've got the +3 sharpness and forge a rather broad or rounded point. Stabbing is not the sword's primary. They don't want to be a pointy sword? Okay. So, like what, you want like a freaking... I'm sorry, what is the point of this sword? Also, what is this? What is this freaking point? This thing's got like a bulb in it. Hello? Okay. How about we get rid of this? How in the hell? How do I fix this point? Like, this point is just it's comedically weird. All right, we gotta fix this tip here. The tip is like annoying me really badly. No, it's too, now it's just too thick. Like, I don't, you sullied it. I did. Make an undulated sword. Like, this thing became like a spear. Like, look at this, like, look at this little bulb. It's just like, oh my goodness. All right, well, it's sharp. It's sharp, it's fast. It's got a good length. The weight's a little bit eh. The balance is kind of 50-50. That's all I got, I guess. Offer the unmet requirement. Oh yeah, the point needs to be, okay. I guess we're just gonna say nah. What if I just give him like this? Oh my god, what is this sword? Oh my word, this thing became like a freaking, oh, that's wild. Okay, maybe not. I don't know what happened here. You know what? The poor. He grins as he takes weapon, swinging experiment through the air. Wow, this is gonna come in handy. Thanks, Smith. Behold, the poor. It's a fantastic blade, a blade of which none have ever seen. A blade that for about 98% of it is fantastic until you get to the point. The point is eerily fluctuated because reasons. All right, so we got 3 action points again. So I've already accepted this. Let's see. This person just wants a sword. Okay, so they want a pretty lengthy sword. Weight's nothing too crazy. Okay, and so far it's just only steel. So for right now, we're gonna go ahead and get some length going. How long is this thing gonna be? All right, so this thing's got a pretty lengthy little, good god stuff. This is a long sword. Okay, so the next, so we got the length. Let's go ahead and get the thickness of it down a little bit. And she wants like a lot of wood here too. All right, and then the width. I say if she wants to fight like a pretty thing, fold it 1,000 times. Ah, yes, make it like, yes, I would like to make the katana. The power of the katana. All right, so she wants this thing to be a 2-handed weapon. All right, how are we doing this? Let's see. And then let's see about getting a point going. All right, so we got the pointiness as we want. I would like it to be a little thinner. So right now this thing's very squarish, and I don't 100% appreciate what we got going on here. Let's see. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's how we fix that. Okay. All right. Then again, the width. How do I get the thickness of this thing again? Point. Okay. We got that looking as we need. This thing's still hella squared. I gotta double back and double check this here. Let's see, what was the thing again? Let's see. Spending points, rotate, Sharpen the blade. Yeah, plus to change the length. Apply heavy hammer to your blade hits. And then high pitch thing there. Now the blade length requirement is met. Flatten the blade. Change the thickness of the blade. Feel free to use lighter heavy as you please. Okay. So it's at this point I just need to get the thickness proper. Alright, so the thickness. The thick. No, that's just gonna do that. Okay. So, okay. Right now, let's, the one thing I can do right now without worry is we're gonna go back to the hilt here. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the hilt, and in this case, we'll give her a simple cross guard, and then I'm thinking a nice mild taper with a strong taper here. Nope, that's not at all I wanted to do. Alright, let's... Yeah, a little mild taper there. And then 300 gold. We'll give her a more simplistic style. I do kind of need to get rid of this and give her a better taper. Maybe I'll... Ah, yes. Nothing beats a double pommel. Double pommel sword, baby. It's the best kind of weapon there is. Alright, so we've got wood. We've got two-handed. And she wants it to have a regular point. So we need to go back over here again. Oh, I see now. Okay. So we've did this. Why are you so... It won't let... Why am I having an issue here? Trying to figure out what to do here. No. I don't want to. Where am I dumb here? It's you can do part commissions. Okay, nice. All right, and we've done. We did the handle. We did the taper there. Yeah, I think that'll be the better one. And honestly, maybe I'll do, because I'm thinking of for a lady, you know. You gotta be very careful. So I got plenty of steel, plenty of wood. Ooh, you know what? If, could I potentially? I don't think a wooden pommel would be a good idea, honestly. Actually, not gonna lie, I don't think a wooden pommel is gonna be the play here. Okay, so again. Thickness, the width. Let's go ahead and make that there. Thickness. Again, I don't know why that the point is so... Okay. Why am I not getting this? Alright. Got it. This still kind of like learning the game, but for the most part we have an idea here. So what does this do? You know, I'm not gonna lie, the sheer, like, the amount of detail you can get in this game is kind of intense. Just cross section to make it sharp. That's what I was looking for this whole time. I've been looking for the freaking cross section of the blade. Okay, we're gonna get rid of the taper thickness. We don't need that. Okay, the cross section. That's exactly what I have been looking for. All right, so she wants it to have some degree of impact. So it doesn't. She doesn't want like a slicing weapon. She wants it to be about there. Okay, it's got a regular point, which forge a well-balanced weapon, not too narrow, not too broad. Okay, so we need to then make this thing. This is definitely like what's hard about this for me is like I gotta like figure out like how to make this go. And again, the balancing situation, I gotta figure out that. Oh yes, I would like to give her a spear, just a giant, vague commission. Oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, they're also like trying to keep it like they're trying to give me some degree of a knowledge here. Maybe it's a bit too long. I think that's what it was. I think I made it way too long. Okay, good. So that's their thickness. Nope, too big. All right, so we got good impact, good width, and then this game is very interesting. Like the tools in it are very interesting to try. So I'm also just like not very good at like understanding like what the hell I'm doing, because like I just don't know how to sword very well. Okay, so we have the impact as needed. So now I think we can get the length of it going. Okay, now I'm kind of like understanding like the basis of like what we were trying to do here. Okay, we're really close. I just gotta figure this damn thing out. Okay, let's reverse, because like I was going way too hardcore on this here. Okay, we're gonna try this again. So then if we go thickness, okay, gotta go back and fix this dang thing. All right, so we've got, so that's there. Next is cross section. God, such like a curious like style, I guess is the word. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so she wants the impact there, and then she wants it to have a point. So a little bit more. Okay, cool. So apparently she just wanted it like this. So she wanted it to be a bit on the length. Wait, hold on. How thick is this thing? I'm sorry, does she want a sword or does she want a bludgeoning weapon? Like, hello? This thing's like so squared and rounded and sad. What do you mean, girl? Okay, hold on. Can I at least make it like semi-pointy? Ugh, really? Apparently she wants to bonk somebody, not slice somebody, which is kind of funny. Okay, I guess that's all there can do. The sword shall be The independent, no. This sword shall be known as the odd question. Boom. Bring forth your blade's not sharp. Yes, I know that. Okay, so she did want the cross section. I was gonna say, like, there's no way. Okay, the thickness is there. So now, okay, there. It's now moderately okay. I was like trying to feel like how the hell was I supposed to like make this go, but I think we got it. So it's got a point. It's thick. Got some thickness to it. Okay, I can appreciate that. And then it's got some okay weight. The balance is not amazing, but the odd question. She examines the blade with a practice eye. I've wielded a blade or two in my time. This one's special. Thank you, Smith. Okay. Behold, the odd question. I don't know what this weapon's gonna be about, but with nothing else, ta-da. It took me a second. It took me a second, ladies and gentlemen, but we got it. You've earned a skill point. Oh, thank God. Finally. Let's see. Advanced swordsmithing unlocks advanced cross-section skills. Okay. Asymmetrical blades. Fun. And then scaling of sword parts. You know, I think in this situation, I'm probably going to want the asymmetrical blades. That sounds pretty good. All right. Awesome. So I got three action points of left over right now. Let's see. Look at this useless piece of dross. I fed up with pretending this thing can kill a man. Think you can get it back to working order? I mean, she just wants it to be a sharp weapon, so. This is a nice looking weapon, damn. Okay, she just wants it to be short or sharp, so that's easy. This thing shall be known as sand duster. I don't know. Magically sand duster. All right. Put the thing on a nice little point here. Damn, this thing is not feeling great. All right, cross section. Let's use the asymmetrical feature creates single edge to create single edge blades or add decoration to one side of the sword. Oh, yo, hello. That sounds fun, actually. Not gonna lie. All right, again, the taper thickness. I feel like the taper thickness is unfortunately a little too much. So, oh wow, you can go like real. It's crazy like how detailed you can get into this game. Like go like really hella detailed in this. All right, there we go. So she wants it to be a little heavier. So in that case, then the thickness needs to be increased. So we have an increase in thickness. And then we can go ahead and work on the width. Okay, cool. So the sand duster has now been made. Overall, nothing too crazy and over the top. All right, I think we got it. This thing doesn't look too bad, I think, hopefully. Yeah, it's got a nice little look about it. All right, boom. She at least Tests the weapon with satisfaction, testing this balance. Good as new, much better. Why? I bet I could slice the lids off a man's eye before he can blink. Cheers, Smith. My enemies will lament your name. Oh, God. I mean, hey, you know what? Money is money. You know, money is money. I gotta get used to like what tools equal what. But not bad. Let's see. So we got another thing here. Double check here real fast. Let's see. Salvage the horseshoe. We got some silver out of that, some steel. Apparently you can't really sell multiple items of that, huh? All right. 140 bucks, though. That's not too bad. Let's see. Woman shuffles forward. My husband passed away a few days ago. This was his blade. I told him it needed maintenance, but he insisted it was fine. What do you think, Smith? Your husband should have known better. A warrior is only as good as equipment. Oh, wait. I don't have any points to do anything with. Oh, man. Okay, well, I've done all the commissions I can do today, I guess. So, 140 bucks, though? Not terrible. I mean, considering, like, 74 here, 94 for that. Yeah, I think I came out pretty okay. I think I chose good commissions for this. All right. Resting. End of the day. Yeah, honestly, really, really solid money. All right, outer gate, the camp. What's in the camp? Oh God, this is not good. This is not very. There's no sanitation in this place, bruh. Outside the walls of Aaron Keep, desperate souls gather in makeshift tents, pleading for entry. I'm a look for food. The tragedy of the applicant's camp is indescribable. So is the smell. There's no sewers out here, and not everyone bothers to go to the outskirts to use the latrines. Tucked away from the squall, you find a pocket where desperation wasn't completely taken hold. Children are playing in the mud. A few scrawny chickens peck at the ground and maliciously uneaten. As you pick your way through, wary eyes track your movements and tent flops, calling out to alert their neighbors to the presence of a newcomer. At the center of this little commune, you find a family crouched around a huge cooking pot, simmering with meats and vegetables. A little girl tosses a handful of wild herbs into the stew. Your mouth waters. Maybe it'll let me in, you know? Maybe we'll be chill. A father and mother gaggle at children, a grandmother with a face like an ancient egg, even a dog, rolling on its back, dark tongue, they're filthy. But you're not exactly presentable yourself these days. Oh no. As you get closer, the man twitches aside from his cloak to reveal a heavy wooden club. His wife hand darts to the dagger on their belt. The darl snarls in it. They all look carefully, awaiting your next move. Don't make me ask twice. God, no. Introduce myself. Bearded man. Ho there, stranger. My name is Brandon. Here's my wife, turning her ma, Gilda. I can make you through the names of the nippers too if you'd like, but I get them mixed up myself. Also, Perry, good to see you. Welcome in. We're currently doing a month of face cams. The young woman smiles wanly, withdraws her hand from the dagger's hilt. The old woman just nods, her expression lost in a mass of wrinkles. The children cluster behind their father, peeping at you and giggling. And this mud is called Clodo. He is a good boy, keeps the vultures away. With the word vultures, Bennett's expression darkens. Clodo sneezes disdainfully. Pleasure to meet you. Pet, I don't know. I think the dog's gonna bite me. Pet the dog. Oh, it's a German Shepherd. Look at the boy. Look at the baby. I love him. The dog lifts his lip and snarls as you approach, but at the last moment it lowers its head and allows you to scratch behind its ears. Seems to like him. That's good enough for me. Good boy. Wags. What's in the pot? It smells incredible. It only smells good because, from the looks of it, you haven't eaten a proper meal in weeks. Come on. Pull up a rock and grab a bowl. Yes! We got food! I'm not gonna die! This is fantastic. Let's see. It's hugely generous gesture. Meat out here is as precious as gold, and this man has children to feed. Sits down and joins their meal. Oh yeah, I'm gonna join them. Not. Why would, like, yeah, I'm not gonna, I ain't gonna worry about that. Hold on, I gotta fix Gazpacho chat. He keeps leaning over. It's hot and thick and rich with meat. It's the best thing you've ever tasted. For the first time in weeks, the hunger in your belly ceases its howling. How long have you been camping out here, Bennett? Almost 2 months now. Every day I beg the guards to let us through, but they are not interested in the likes of us. They offered us a trade, though. They'll take our nippers in and keep them safe. Interesting, and I work ourselves to death in their minds. But then who would look after old Gilda, huh? Check it out for a minute. It's the only chance we get. I agree. We don't survive out here alone. Oh yeah, what does the grandma think, actually? Let's see. The old woman bobs her head, smiling vacantly into the crackling fire. She gives no signs of having heard you. You should take that offer. It's the only chance you've got. There's always hope, like I say. How many other families have you met in this camp who've kept everyone together and alive in this cruel age? The Marauders are a different breed. They'll find a way into the keep and won't need to sell out old Geldo to do it. Where did you find all this food? You see those big merchant caravans and crawling over? A box of rations fell off the back of one of those. That's some luck, ain't it? Teach me your ways. I'll let matters lie. He gives you a theoretical wink. One of the children giggles and hugs his leg. Pleasure to meet you. I'll see you later. Anyway, away from the Marauders and the atmosphere of the camp reasserts itself. Unfriendly glares, distant sobbing. You draw your coat close around you and hurry back to your tent. I'm so glad I got food, though. I'm not dying, so yeah. Gestures and all that stuff. Threatening gestures. There's one exception, however, a young woman who actually smiles as you approach, though her eyes are haunted and hollow set. Glad to see you feeling better. You were on death's door for a while there. Ooh. It was her, then. Not exactly. I dragged you to safety after you fell off your horse. Thank you. No problem. The old woman did most of the work, nursing you back to health. I checked on you now and then, but she told me you were still recovering. Where is she anyway? I haven't seen her in days. She was gone by the time I woke up. Huh, stranger, assumed that she was a relative of yours. Must have been a kind-hearted soul. Count your blessings. There's not many of those around in this camp. Lovely neighborhood. It's nice to see a friendly face around here. And good to meet you too. Yeah, I was gonna say, thank God I got food, because I probably would have died of like starvation or something. I wonder if that would have affected my my statistics here. All right, but only my mother calls me that, and she's been dead for 10 years. Shavana. Shavana? Shavana. I think that's what her name is. Shavana. Shavana. She's painfully thin and covered in grime, much like everyone else in this camp. She's the first person you've seen smile, though. What do you imagine goes on in Aaron Keep? I'm starting to forget what civilization used to look like. In Aaron Keep, everyone eats like an emperor, and the streets are paved with beer. I bet the carriages are drawn by butterflies and snakes grow on every tree. A scream rings out. You both try to ignore it. Do you know anyone selling materials I could use for my forge? I heard of some say that there's a scrap peddler in the Lost City selling all sorts of things. Okay, okay. We have a vendor, a dude, a homie. Probably not a homie, but say your goodbyes. I've been stuck out here for weeks. Not everyone in the camp is as friendly as you. Not sure how much longer I can last. Can you do me a favor? If you get into Aaron Keep before me, find a fellow named Lucius Baronia. He's my uncle. If he knew I was out here, he'd help me out, I'm sure. Of course. Gotta keep the hope alive for this woman, you know? Look at me getting my hopes up. Lucius Berg, I remember the name. She lifts her hand in farewell as you walk away from her tent. Her smile is as fragile as porcelain. You climb into your bedroll, enjoying the rare feeling of a full belly. You are now well fed. Ooh. Oh, do I have to actually like attemptively keep myself alive like that? Oh no. Okay. So we have to worry about the peddler now. All right, we've got 10 points to work with here. I've got no ability to really scrap anything else. All right, let's see. 40 bucks, 60 bucks, $19. $19. Ooh, the gold pendant might be good for selling though. But you're also oh wait, Bennett. Ooh. Okay. What does Bennett want though? Bennett, Benemander approaches your anvil with Clodo trotting faithfully beside him. The dog wags its tail in recognition he spots you. Good things. Good tidings, Smith. I just thought I'd drop by, tickle your fort. It's a nice little setup you got here. I was lucky the fort was already here when I arrived. That's a stroke of luck. The love abandoned. People die and leave things behind. He pauses to scratch behind the ears and straightens with a sigh. To tell the truth, Smith, this ain't a social call. I was looking to commission a blade for you. What brought this on? The chaos dangerous place and getting more dangerous by the day. I could do with a good sword if I had to protect my family. Crap. I can get some materials off him at least, and that gold pendant I might be able to sell. But I'm not gonna earn any money though. You know what? He gave me food. Not with swords, no, but I kept order at my old tavern with a stout cudgel when needed. Drunk men are easier to handle with desperate ones, but I do think I do know how to hurt a man. I don't have much coin, but I've got goods to barter. Stuff I've scavenged from the wrecked wagon. You know what? Honestly, yeah, I think I can do it. The man gave me food and I didn't die. So he's gonna want the Smith's Companion book. So how do I... Nope. Let's see. Required at least 2. What does that mean? Oh, I guess I didn't really read that part of the book. Okay, so he's gonna want... Everybody wants long swords in this game. My god. Alright, let's get the length up in here. Gotta get this going. Okay, so we've got a nice, decently lengthy sword. Well, I think this is actually the longest sword that I've built. This is the longest one I've built, that's for damn sure. All right, next, thickness. All right, he wants this. Would he rather maybe have like a weapon with like some degree of speed? Yeah, okay. And then we're gonna want cross section here. All right, we're gonna need to put down the thickness a little bit more. Okay, so we got that there. Oh, hello there, Claymore. Yeah, okay. I kind of want to make the thickness a bit bigger. Let's see. Change the width. Like, this thing's gonna be thick as hell. All right, epic. Now, I am gonna be probably denying this guy money, so I'm gonna wanna... Oh, he wants to do one... How are you gonna hold this with one hand, bro? There's no shot. How does this thing weigh right now? This thing weighs, give or take... All right, this guy's gonna be a bit on the poor side, so I think what we'll do here is we'll go with a mild taper here, and then we'll go with one of these, and then we'll give him a basic guards here. All right, he's got mobility. Okay, so now narrow point. He wants to stab somebody. He wants to give someone the spice. All right, this one, I'm gonna call this one the good neighbor. Hold on. Hey Siri, how do you spell neighbor? Huh, I got it right. Dyslexia didn't win today. Boom. Spelling. Let's go, baby. All right. This one will now be known as the good neighbor. And then, okay, so now let's go ahead and get some pointings up in here. He wants this thing to be pointy. He wants this thing to be ideal for stabbing. So, oh yeah. This thing's gonna be beautiful. This thing's gonna be so dorky. Nope. Must be stabby. Okay, maybe not that much. Let's see. 38% on the balance point. Maybe a little bit more. 41%. Hopefully, I want like a 50-50 balance here. Okay, cool. And then just because we can, I want to practice with tapering. Taper. Let's see. We got some good taper there. And then taper thickness. Good God, this is a spear at this point. Oh my God. This is a freaking spear right now. Yeah, this is not a sword. This is a spear at this point. My God. This is like a very convoluted. This is like a literal. This is terrifying. Oh God, 6 foot tall spear and toothpick. Yeah, pretty much. This thing's a javelin with a handle. This thing's a javelin with a cross guard. God. Don't worry, guys. This is not. I don't think I want to do this one. Okay, burn that. Burn that. And the point, I think we're gonna make the point a little less ridiculous. Get it a little bit thicker. Yeah, okay. It's not amazing, but it's enough to get the job done. Although I would like to maybe get the thickness a little bit nicer. Yeah, about right there. Historically accurate, maybe. All right, I think we got what we need there. This is a lot of metal though, my God. See if I can maybe get the length to be a little bit less. Yeah, something a little bit more manageable for him. There we go. All right, so we got the thing just at about the amount that we want. Okay, there. It's not insane, but it's enough to get it's enough to work. Okay, I do want to do a little bit of a designing change up here on this. Let's see. Ribbed lamb leather. Oh wait, that's leathers. I don't know if I want to give him leather though. I feel like I'm gonna probably make this for free. So we're gonna give him a nice solid oak handle. Ah yes, a wooden crossguard, the best kind of defense in the world of history here. A wooden crossguard, baby. Let's get it. All right, that should work. The good neighbor. Bennett takes a sword with reverent hands. His three-face lines up, choke wags his tail. I don't know how much about swords, Smith, but this one feels good in my hands. He makes careful practice swings, testing the weapon's weight and reach with watch approvingly. If any more vultures circle around my family, they'll find more than they bargained for before Choldo's teeth and this blade can hold their ground. Hell yeah. Wooden swords for the kids, you know? True, actually. Give my regards to the kids. I will indeed. They'll be pleased to know that you're looking out for us. Take this. Produce a gleaming necklace, clearly valuable. Thank you, Bennett. If you ever need anything, company, hot meal, whatever, you know where to find us. Okay, awesome. We magically have found a way. Boom. Like a good neighbor, Nico is there. Heavy shackles, gold pendant. Oh, yeah. And the shackles will be good for easy money. Okay, so let's see. We can scrap that for sure. I'm gonna hold on that for the moment. extra steel. Great. Ooh, I didn't realize that was going to take away my action points, though. Balls. Okay, I might have misunderstood that problem there. Okay. Well, we're just going to help this kid get a better thing here because ya boy. All right, so this thing's already pretty damn thick, but let's go ahead and get the point here. All right, we got the point there, and then this is becoming more rounded, actually. Thickness. We already got the point. All right, and then I gotta get the tapering thickness here. Let's see. Yeah, now that just becomes a spear at that point. Okay, yeah, so we don't want to deal with the tapering right now. And again, this just becomes a really, really sharp and pointy thingy. All right, thickness here. Let's see, the thickness can kind of stay as is. The length is pretty much where it needs to be. The width of the blade can be adjusted better. I gotta figure like I gotta like learn how to fix some of the other pieces and items here because I know for a fact I can make this nicer. All right, cross section, that's what it is. All right, so now use asymmetry features to create single-edged blades. There we go. All right, sharpness, and then we just need a regular point. So now I just gotta make the point here a little bit less ridiculous. It doesn't need to be too over the top. There we go. All right, got good weight, good thickness. All right, and then this one is going to be now known as the magical thing of the playground. I don't know. Playground. Boom. All right, there we go. Much better. Good work, Smith. There we go. I feel like all these guys are going to come to my shop. It's like, wow, what's this weapon called? The Playground. It's like, that's such a lame name. It's like, hey, it was made by an honest man. All right. Unfortunately, much to my dismay, that I screwed myself up so bad. All right. You think you could make it usable again? I'm going to lose money on this today. I'm going to lose money. All right. So again, sharpness here. So we just got to fix the cross section. Toggle the ability to affect. Okay. So now toggle the ability both sides of the blade. Oh, I get it now. So it's like asymmetry and all that. Wait. How? Oh, okay. The screen just sure flowing. Okay, so then we got blade side number 2. This is such a like I'm really excited to like try creative mode on this game though, because like this would be such a wild time. All right, and then now we just change the thickness here, get it a bit lower. Okay, maybe a little thicker. Nope, we need it. Needs to be pointy. I have no clue. All right, unnamed sword. Oh wait, no. They want a regular point now? Bruh. Behold my masterpiece, kindness. You know what? That's the name of the sword right there. Kindness. There you go, guys. You've helped me create a lovely blade. It's not gonna be much, but it's honest work. Dang, this thing was hella not sharpy. Goddamn. Come on. Wait. Not too narrow, not too broad. I feel like it's like, is that too broad? Come on. Get better things here. Almost. Okay. I just want to give somebody one of these days like a really a random like flat topped sword, just to say that I did, you know, just to say it's like, hey, look at this guy. All right. All right, there we go. I don't know why I did that, but there you go. Kindness. Huzzah. Okay, yeah, kindness wasn't really great. All right, I got 1 point left over, and again, it's just basic sharpening and smacking. I should have totally done this. Okay, I should have thought about that. I didn't realize I was gonna have a... I got a lot of materials, but I guess. Could probably make Cloud's Buster Sword. You know, honestly, probably could. I probably could. All right. Well, much to my dismay, I might have wasted my day a little bit. I literally... God, I broke even. That's so unfortunate, man. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I cannot believe this. Oh, wow. That sucks. Not all of Aaron Keep was granted the Masked King's protection. Gazpacho, no. Gazpacho. There he is. All right, we're good now. Not all of Aaron Keep was granted Masked King's protection. In centuries past, the city spilled beyond its ancient walls. Now the barrier, which traces the wall's course, has left the outer areas to the mercy of the waste. Let's see. Search the ruins for valuables. Lost City has been endlessly picked by scavengers. Your hopes to find are something slim, but irresistible. Shards rubble crunched underfoot as you trudge through the empty streets. Surely enough, one by one, half corpses, shells, houses proved to find nothing of value. Venture deeper. Crap. I wasted that day. I'm not doing good, man. All right, let's see here. 60 bucks, 70 bucks, 88 bucks. Some good food and a lot of gold. All right, let's see here. A young man places it relentlessly near your anvil, his eyes fixated on the horizon. He wears a pack on his back and chews a long stalk of grass. Can't stay here any longer since wasting away and begging for scraps, watching people turn into animals. This ain't living. Out there where the real opportunities are. Old ruins, abandoned settlements, treasures from before the collapse. The crows, they eat well. Let's see. So we have a adventurer who wants a two-handed sword. What do you need from me? Something sharp to deal with whatever I might find there. Raiders, wild beast, or worst. Okay. I like the idea of this guy potentially. He's got the best amount of money for the least amount of work. Or least amount of money for costs overall. This guy has way too much money, but I can get some really good steel though off him. I'll get 5 steel and some shackles out of that. So I'll definitely take his commission for sure. And then take that. This one's just gonna be a really easy thing. I love how the poor people are just finding better swords than most of the people I've dealt with here. Like, hello. He wants a broader point. Oh god, this thing's already pretty broad. Like, hello. Taper thickness is at -1. All right. Ah, yes. Behold, the penetrator. Oh my god. I don't know what I just did here. I'm over here breaking it. I'm breaking things. Jesus. This is insanity. All right, sharpness is done. Now I just gotta figure out how the hell I'm gonna fix this point because, oh my word, I'm like, I keep like destroying these swords. I keep doing the sad. Oh no, the flared base. Yeah. Hey, you know, nothing's scarier in combat than the power of the flared base. All right, let's put this like all the way to the front here. Okay, and now he's got to fix the point. Okay, that's all they wanted right there. All right, cool. This sword shall be known as the Hopeless. Have a good time, Brayden. Thanks for being here. What's missing? I'm already at... Oh. They want the weight to be changed up too. All right, firstly... All right, we've got the weight looking good. The thickness. This thing's gonna be absolutely ridiculous, honestly. All right, so we've got the balance where we kind of need it to be. But the weight, though, I gotta figure out how weight is. The lighter sword's faster, less timing, but heavier swords will have more powerful impact. What if I could maybe make the length less? We got the length there. Okay, I have an idea. Yeah, I gotta like learn like how to make these things work with me here. This is such a garbage sword, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Gotta fix some of these because like I'm throwing hands with this thing here. Okay, let's try this out here one more time. Thickness time. Aw. Oh, okay. Here we go. Now all I gotta do is I just gotta modify the balance. It's like right there. It's like right there, man. All right. There we go. Okay. We've gotten that there, and now he's gotta assume the point as needed. All right, the point is officially there, more or less. So now... Okay. Now we just gotta get the sharpness to be proper, and I think we got it. Damn it. It's like, it's so close. It's like, it's almost there. Ah. The weight, like I'm getting just about where it needs to be, but it's just not, it's not loving me right now. Let's see. Okay, The only thing I can see about making the weight better is if I can get a, I get this point to be proper. All right, the weight is there, but right now the point is throwing me off. The point is just not giving me where I need it to be. Damn it. Wait. All right. We're so close. Like it's just a matter of like getting these like to be all. What is considered a broad point? All right, we got the sharpness. It's a matter of now getting all this stuff to work. No, don't want that. Oh, lordy, lordy, hallelujah. Well, now I'm getting this thing to be too big. All right, so yeah, we got the broad point. We got what we need here, but now it's the weight. The weight is still throwing me off in terms of like I can't get it the right amount. Let's see, what can I add anything here to like make me better? Maybe the width. Okay, we're getting really close. I didn't even think about the width until like just now, but I think we can make this work. Ah, it's the weight. The weight is so close. No! Why is it so ridiculous now? Erg. Give me the thing that I need. It's like I'm mixing between weight and width right now, and it's ridiculous. The power of problem solving is not with me today. And then we're super close. Okay, almost there. Okay, finally. God, okay. I gotta remember, like, I can make thicker handled blades. I gotta remember, like, I don't know why I'm so used to like making like really thin things, but like, oh yeah, like super thick, kind of just like a. God damn, this is a big old thing. Big old thing. My goodness. All right, I think the power. Behold, hopeless. And it costed me next to minimal materials. All right, there we go. The hopeless. All right, we still have one action point left over. Have I not forged this one yet? Well, might as well. All right, so it's going to be a two-handed, narrow-pointed weapon. No requirements on weight and balance. Just needs to be lengthy. It just needs to be long. All right, you know what? I like when it's like genuinely just normally long. Let's get this thing on the width spectrum here. Going. All right, so that's now, I think, the officially the longest blade that I have made in the game so far. So now, ooh, lordy lord. Okay, I'm gonna go thickness here. Get this thing nice and moderate there for that. And then we're gonna get some the width here. Yeah, this thing's gonna be chunky. This thing gonna be chunky. All right, and then this thing will be pretty huge, but I think we can make this work. And then the narrow point, let's see, how narrow is narrow pointed? Like, oh, okay, apparently where we have it is considered perfect. Okay, cool. So that's gonna take that there. And then I'm thinking in this situation then, what we're gonna probably do now is, you don't need to worry about the thickness now. Taper the blade, make it narrow towards the point. Taper the blade, make it thick towards, less thick towards the point. There, have it. Give it just a little bit of dimension. Yeah. Doesn't need to be crazy, but definitely just like make it a little bit less than like a flat piece of thing. So I have a piece that can play this on max graphics. Oh yeah. I think I'm playing it on pretty nice graphics too. So, all right, next hilt. So let's see. Again, hilt wise, I think we're gonna do here is we're gonna give them a fancy guard here. And then let's do, I want to give them a leather handle. So let's go ahead and do a nice little ovalish shape thing there with a mild taper on that piece of the grip there. And then let's do a good old fashioned ball joint style bottom piece. And I'm thinking, yeah, nice classic black thing there. That should hopefully, cool. And then the bazinga, the bazinga. There it is, chat. This is the sword that will one day take out the world of kings. All right, and yeah. All right, good enough. Boink. All right, splendid blade, great. Wish me luck. He sheathes it. Smoke. Good luck. Good luck up there, Crow. Mark my words, if I strike it rich, I'll come back and buy us both passage to Aaron Keep. Do you accept this offer now? Yes. All right, there we go. The bazinga. Done. Overall, like I do like the styling when you get to like make these games. A very different style. Level 3. All right. Curved blades. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's do, yeah, advanced swordsmithing. Yeah, I'll do advanced swordsmithing. All right. And then we're down to just one measly little quick little fixer-upper, which is just genuinely a cross-section smack. Some abilities like cross-section features, advanced controls allow you to further customize their shape. And then we got the point. All right, how's our point here? Regular point, a little bit down there. A little more? A little more. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's the thickness. The thickness needs to be changed up. All right, that's fine. Let's get the point in there. Almost. Almost. All right. Cool. So the regular sword point's there. Now it's just a matter of the sharpness. Let's see. Length is where it needs to be. Oh. Okay. Apparently that's a problem. Not even gonna bother with that right this second. Spine. Concavity. All right. Can't really tell if I'm making any changes here. All right. So now he's gonna get the sharpness going here again. So we already have the point as where it needs to be. So now it's just a matter of getting this to be I think we gotta make the width bigger. All right, and now get that point to be a little bit on the I'm literally making like butter knife, like giant ornate butter knives. Oh dear God Almighty! Gonna add Doomslayer's Crucible sword to my project list now. Hell yeah, bro! It'd be kind of fun to see like what I can. I would love to be able to see what I can do with this kind of thing. Oh my good God Almighty! What is this? Jesus! All right, hold on. We gotta remove all this length crap because whatever happened here, something got oofed. Something got hella oofed. All right, let's. Oh dear God Almighty! All right, this thing's gonna get a little spicy. Yeah, let's try to like rebuild the blade here because I don't like it. Get in there, brother. Okay, a little less. All right, now we can do thickness. All right, good. And then I need to figure out where and how did we get this random taper thickness. Something in here got horribly lost in translation at one point in time. All right, so now that's looking about where I want that to be. Okay, yeah, something in that blade got oofed. All right, now I kind of want to see if I can get a little bit of a better taper here. It's not crazy. Taper width. Maybe the other way around. There. All right, and then this one's just gonna be known as disappointment. Because until I get into like actual like ornate styles things, these are all commoners. So Merry Christmas, it's called disappointment. Yes, behold, ladies and gentlemen, the disappointment. It's fancy, it's shiny, but if nothing else, it's there. All right. Well, I don't have much of anything to work with otherwise now, which is really annoying. So it's good to see there's at least ways to earn money. I have earned a fair bit more money since last time. Not as much as I could have earned, but Definitely a good run. All right, let's try to find the peddler this time and not try to go spelunking, because I wasted a day and I need to find the peddler badly. All right, seek out the peddler, Scrabbler. What's up, guy? Good to see you. Welcome in. All right, night draws close to the shadows of the lost city come alive. Hidden eyes watch from high places. You scurry through the ruins, feeling as small as vulnerable as an insect. The first nobleman's sword better be called butter knife. Honestly, though, it's gonna be I'm gonna make that thing look like butter. I'm gonna put like some weird ornate thing that's gonna make it look like butter. You're an imposter? Nuh-uh. I am not. I'm just a guy with a face, bruh. All right. Unfortunately, Scrap Peddler is easy to find. He warms his hands over a blazing fire in an empty market square, accompanied by a sad-looking mule pulling a cart full of junk. He's an off-putting man. Most of his face is bandaged, but the exposed areas of a mess of festering sores and flaking skin. You dread to think what the bandages are hiding. Oh my god! Like even the face. I love like the visage of that guy. Okay. Not contagious, not contagious. The peddler points at himself as he shouts. One yellow eye peers madly at you through the gauze. Do you expect me to stake my life on your honesty? Keep away from me. It's all right. I believe you. No need to yell. I have many things. I found them in the dark place. I tell you. All right. Can I see your wares? New vendors available for you at the forge. Scrap peddler. How did he find all this stuff? The dark place is called to me. I find forgotten things there. He points vaguely downward. The mule retches as though he's ready to expire. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm surprised that no one has killed you and stolen your goods. Oh God. What do you sell? Many things must be found, those who know. I'm gonna say goodbye. I feel like if I talk smack to this man, it's been gonna like stab me to take my stuff. I guess search the ruins for valuables again. Ooh, search the armory. The corpse is recent. Some other looter who was trapped when the building collapsed. Hopefully he was crushed before he starved. Leather boot. All right, I found things at least. Something follows you through the shattered streets. Its soft footfall slightly out of time of your own. When you turn around, it's gone, but the hairs on your neck are bristling. You hurry back to the camp. Unlike the lost souls cramped along those black ruins, you still cling to the hope of entering Aaron Keep. Oh God, I mean, so someone found me. Does that mean I shouldn't have gone to that one spot? The hours past midnight, you woken by a soft silken hiss. A blade slices through the fabric of your tent. Oh God, I'm being robbed. The fabric falls away and reveals a pair of gleaming eyes and a crescent of yellow teeth. The gaunt of a figure with a knife in his hand. He steps so carefully into your tent, apparently thinking you're asleep. Behind him are dim shapes of other men. Each night you bury your tools and your coin in a new location. There's no much in the tent they can steal, but they don't look like the type who'll be happy if they don't find anything worthwhile. I'm already outnumbered. But I'm also in... What do I do here? Because, like, I'm already being invaded. There's nothing of great value in here right now. And I don't have any weapons on me. Oh, God. Okay, so I guess in this situation, then I guess the best thing I can do is like feign sleep. You keep being still, your eyes barely cracked open. The intruder creeps closer, knife extended. Behind him, his companions are whisper impatiently. You have a sword near your bedroll, hidden in a bundle of rags. Perhaps you can reach it before the knife finds your neck. I have no finesse. God, what if... Can you die in this? Can you actually die in this game? 45% chance to succeed. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, wait, is it might be easier this way. Hand over your coin, food, anything you got. His companions enter the tent behind him. 3 more men, all rain thin and desperate. The leader takes a menacing step closer. Pick the wrong tent. I make swords. You think I can't defend myself? I have nothing worth stealing. Now let's just come in possessions, but they don't have any luck. Your coin tools are buried beyond their reach. Where's your stuff? Tell us or I'll cut your throat. I swear I have nothing else. I'm gonna... Aww. No matter how tough you are, you think when you got a knife in your gut. I swear I have nothing else. Cross face with the back of your hand, hard enough to rattle your skull. Liar, you stupid, you've buried it, haven't you? I offer you something much more valuable. What do you mean? Just give me a few days, I can equip you with a much more fearsome blade than that rusty butter knife. Man's chin, his eyes gleaming with unimaginable power. Here's a counter offer. We steal your stuff anyway, then you make us a sword, or we kill you. I could trust that I wouldn't just add some small flaw to the blade, something to make it shatter when the worst possible moment. Imagine a sword perfectly balanced, razor sharp, molded to your grip. Once it's in your hand, you'll be the king of this camp. If you steal my stuff, I won't be able to help you. I need my tools and money for steel. Got it all figured out, don't you? Fine. Start making me this blade, and if I'm not happy with it, I'll cut your throat from ear to ear. The thieves melt away from the night, leaving you alone in your sliced open tent that require a few hours of stitching to repair, but you're too tired to attempt it now. You manage a few more hours of fitful sleep before dawn breaks. Okay. Well, Scrap Peddler does exist. So now, the peddler perks up as you approach as his wonderful yellow eyes widen with excitement at the prospect of the customer. I say the prettiest trinkets for you, yes. Okay, what's he got? So I can sell him that for 70 bucks. I can sell, I'm gonna hold on to the heirloom though, because the heirloom's gonna be huge. That would bring us wood. I don't have much leather, but for right now, let's see. Book, Twisted Steel. Ooh, you know what? I'll buy the Twisted Steel book, because that would be helpful. And then Quinton Block Flat, Quinton Block Ridge, Guard. Ooh, you know what? Yes. I guess I'll sell that just for a little bit of something there. All right. Bid the peddler goodbye. All right. So we have some extra things now. We now have a couple extra recipe books for some extra spice, at least. So now the question is, I have eight powers. So we have to make a thing for the thief. I have to make the tongue for the thing for the thief, or else he's gonna kill me. Working on it. You better be. So yeah, we have. This is gonna take my entire day. What a bastard. Fine. You suck, but fine. All right. I guess we'll get some salvage for the rest of this. We'll build the steel and we'll see what we can do here. All right. So the man wants a one-handed, narrow-pointed thing with leather. So firstly, obviously, gotta be very small. Nothing too over the top though. Gotta be extremely lightweight. That's why I get like the most like crappy looking sword possible. Be like, ah ha ha, take that, you bunk. All right, so the width is there, and then how am I supposed to get the mobility thing in there? This guy wants like a hella short sword, huh? All right. So then in that case, then point. So the narrow point, then it's going to be pretty much this. It's 100% going to be stabby. All right. So stabby, good times there. And then he wants it leather, and he wants it to be one-handed. Which, again, I'm giving him like a pike. Good God. Not a pike, but like this thing is comedically crazy. 3 days later, how in blazes did you forge a... How the hell did you forge this? Magic. All right. So the thickness definitely needs to be adjusted. Because the thickness of this thing is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's gonna be a very, very minute thingy here. Like, it's so squarish. It's very, very squarish. And then this thing's gonna be known as Little Peen. The man will know that he will rob people using the almighty sword, otherwise known as Little Peen. Because, yeah. If he wants it, he's gonna get it. But he's gonna deal with the name that exists of it. Alright, there we go. It's a little thicker, it's a little funkier, but it's nothing stupid. Well, it's actually very stupid, mind you. A short hilt. Okay, so hilt time. So I know he's got a whole bunch of new hilts and a whole bunch of new other things. Cool about that. Okay, so considering this is gonna be made for a thief, it's gonna be something a little bit on the let's see here. Ooh, a rapier handle. You know, that would low-key be fun. What if we do that? Ah. All right, so unfortunately it doesn't do what I wanted it to do. It's too thick for that. Let's go like right there. And then a ring? Ah, I see. All right, and then we'll give him like a pommel piece for the ring. Okay, so honestly, mild taper on the handle, or not. Mild taper on the handle. It's gonna look like garbage just for the sake of him, you know? Like, it's not gonna make any sense. Yeah. Oh, you must make it beautiful. Why? Why would I make it beautiful? I'm not gonna give you silver. All right, there we go. Nice. You know what? Brown leather, because Little Peen brown leather. All right. And then in this situation, this is a very, very thick dagger. Like, ugh. God. This thing's kind of gross, actually. Nah. He doesn't get much. He's not gonna get us. He's not gonna get effort from us. Ain't no shot. There. He's gonna get the most unrealistically disgusting, very square dagger. Oh wait, you know what I could totally do? Just because I want to try this on his weapon, because, you know, screw him. Let's get some taper thickness. All right, and then that there, it's at least a semi bladed piece, but it's not gonna be fun. All right, Little Peen, congratulations. The blade's not sharp, bruh. I knew it wasn't gonna be sharp because... Okay, fine. Thickness. Cross section. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and get the thickness back up on this thing. There. All right, it's thick. It's as sharp as it's gonna be. And I'm not gonna give him anything else because he's a monster. I swear to God, if this is gonna bite me in the butt. The thief snatches the sword from your hands and makes a few practice swings, grinning wider with each slash. Now this is more like it. This is her weapon. No one's gonna mess with me now. He points the blade at you, grinning like a cat with mouths and claws. You did good work, Smith. Real good work. Just remember our deal. The sword squares us. You kept your word, so I'll keep mine. No more midnight visits from us. But if I were you, I'd be real careful about who else I'd make blades for. Wouldn't want anyone getting ideas from above their station, if you catch my meaning. He staggers away, the sword resting over his shoulders, followed by his pathetic entourage. There we go. The power of Little Peen has now been exampled and shown. Although, I wonder if potentially I could maybe like convince the thief to be like, hey, I made you this sword. How about you do this for me? Well, I didn't earn any money, but I did get that nice little thing there. I kind of wasted the day, but I got the sword done. I lost money on that one at the end of the day. Ugh. I'm definitely gonna have to go hardcore on making money again. Let's see. I want to go to the camp. Let's see how people are doing in the camp right now. Let's see. Outside the walls, very disparate souls gather in the makeshift area. At least you're alive. That is true. We are alive. Speak to Chev. Head for the Marauder's tent. Steal restaurant passing wagon. I'm gonna see if I can get some food from their tent. Ben and his wife are nowhere to be seen. Old Gaia sits in her chair, smiling vacantly, while children stroke the fire and scrub. Children wagging his tail. The oldest of the children, a boy with twig-thin limbs and a sour face, looks up at his works and glares. What do you want? Where are your parents? Trying to score some food. Soon as we get some meat, it seems he can't help but give it away to random strangers. He glares at you, obviously a thinly veiled accusation. It would have been rude to turn down your father's invitation. Oh my God, come on. Can I please pass a diplomacy check? Rude, I'm starving to death. I don't care about being rude. You know what? I'm gonna leave the boy to his chores. Because he's just gonna be vibing. Look around the camp. Right now. Let's see. Only rats and well fed out here. Return to my tent. Yeah, there's nothing I could have really done there. I should have gone to another region and investigated. Not very well fed though. Alright. Action points. We need money. Money's the biggest thing right now. Alright, 70 bucks. Good action point cost. Three costs. Pretty good. 70 bucks. A lot of material. Some books and potentially a new recipe book. I like that. So right off the bat, I can get 72, 140. Okay. There's some good opportunities here. And I don't have any scrap to dismantle and get rid of. So, let's see. This person wants a blade. He's in the mood to answer questions. My man just says sword now. It's like, you know what? You got money. I'll do it. All right. Well, we can at the very least get that moving. So since there's really no like requirements on the blade itself, I think I'm just gonna give him a really fat, chunky blade. Like really short, really fat blade. Yeah, I have an idea. Can you cover it in rust too? Maybe. All right, here's what we're gonna do then. So we got the length, good. Thickness. I want this thing to be moderately thick with a pretty fat overall to the blade itself. Yeah, if my man wants a sword, my man's gonna get a sword. Oh yeah. I like right there, I'm thinking. And then cross section. Oh my god. This is just a very dorky thing. Continuity. Concaveness. I don't know what I'm building right now. Alright, not what I anticipated it to be. Alright. And then the edge thickness, what does this do? Alright, I'm thinking like right about there, why not? Spine width. Okay, here we go. You know, I would like it thicker. Yeah, I think like right about there. And then the concave thing. I don't quite understand that one yet, but it's got good thickness. All right, and then all right, and now we can get the cross section going here. And then let's get a nice little point going here. He wants it to be pretty narrow, so. All right, so that's about that. I think I might make the spines width a little bit different here. I want to like add like one more layer of. Okay. Yeah. Like right about there, I'd say, give or take. Okay, let's go ahead and put some hilts in here. And then we'll do a classic little front guard here. Actually, if it's actually that, if it's that thin compared to the guard, I think I might actually. Yeah, if it's that thin compared to the guard, I might actually make it thicker. Yeah, I think that's what we gotta do. We gotta make this thing thicker. Thicker. Oh wait, no. Width, that's what I was thinking of. I'm thinking of the width. And then let's go ahead and make this thing a little thicker now. Yeah, this is gonna be a fat sword. I want this thing to be fat as hell. All right, now we can probably change up the hilt again. Which again, unfortunately, you know what? He doesn't need to worry about that. Let's see, where's my handles? He wants it to be one-handed, so put that there with a nice little classic thing there for us. Okay, and then I'm thinking in this situation, because it's a pretty thick sword. Like, this thing's pretty humongous. All right, and then this one is going to be the 1,000 yard stare. That's the name of this the blade itself. It suits my purpose. Just I feel like this thing would be such a pain in the butt to be like, like just like try to carry it. Like, oh my god. Twisted grips. All right, well, we got a new book though. Not real. All right. In that case, then, good endurance trading. You know what? It's fine. All right, now we have the adjustments for this. So we still have 5 points to work with as we need. So this one's a mystery reward, but then this one's also a book and wood. But I'm not. I can always buy more wood. Let's go ahead and build this. A good blade might change the equation. All right. So again, this one's gonna be a decently lengthy sword, but not too bad. Get this going here. Wants a rod point sword too? All right. I guess I can kind of work it out. All right, we're gonna do this. Get some thickness in here. I don't want to be too thick on this case. He wants it to mostly be sharp, so we're gonna grab that for sure. I'm thinking width-wise, not incredibly width thick, but I would love to do a tapered thickness. There we go. Just a good potential tapering for the thickness there. All right, and then broad point though. Let's see. Kind of like a classic little broadsword kind of feel. Come on, give me what you. Oh wait, and then cross section to kind of get that downward beautifulness here. All right, the sharpness is where we were looking at. I think the tapered width might have just been a nah. Yeah, I don't think tapered width was the decision there. A little more. No, I think it's still too thick. I think it's still too sharp, actually. I think it's still way too sharp. Come on. No. All right, we're gonna nuke. Oh, that's why I had two. I didn't realize I could put 2 layers of points in. Okay, there we go. A little bit better. All right, so we've got the pigments of black in there. Okay. And then this one's gonna be called Midnight Swing, because why the hell not? And then I'm thinking a very, I don't like that. I don't like that at all, actually. Ooh. A double guard. I feel like it's like, I'm not against it. Ooh, but I gotta be careful. I'm using too much steel. Using way too much steel. I need to start getting wood again. Ooh. This handle looks nice, though. Oh, yes. I love it. All right. And then... Ah, but there's not enough taper, though. As much as I would love to incorporate that, I would rather... Makes me use almost all my gold. All my... I need more steel. I'm gonna need to start having to go over there and buying steel again, which kind of sucks. Yikes. Okay, first time we're going to have to actually deal with these things. Okay, we at least got some steel in compensation for that. But again, not the best results. It's not that what we could have used. Let's go scrap pedal really quickly here again. And okay. At least 20 of that. I would like to do. I need at least 20 leather. 20 of that. I can't buy his book yet. The tankard and all that. Although I actually get more steel from selling and then buying it immediately after. Well, actually no. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So that's 7 steel for heavy shackles. Let me. Let's see. Walls make songs. I'm trying to feel like if there was like any like secret like things I could like ask the peddler, but I think he's just gonna continue whittling about, saying how there's all some crazy stuff here. Guards say no, I make people sick, but lie is not contagious. You see, not even a little bit. We'll have to kind of let them one kind of be. Okay. So let's see. How much would I get if I did this? Oh, okay. 15 steel. That's admittedly, that's double the amount I would have spent if I would have converted. So we're gonna leave that alone for now. I can't do anything else, but I got a nice little restock of wood, but I gotta start making a lot more money ago. I gotta start making money. All right. Ooh. Day's profit. Crap. Gonna be very dangerous. I gotta stop going into other spots I don't need to go to unless it's like a story necessity, though. All right, we're back in here again. Let's see here. But rumors persist. There's a worthwhile treasure to be found amongst the rubble. Search the ruins. I mean, we gotta search the ruins because I'm not gonna waste the whole day. You know, we already got chased by the thief, so hopefully it's not gonna become a problem in the long run. But who knows at this point? You spot a manor house that stands intact, its stone walls with weathering the years better than most of the surrounding buildings. Search the manor. Search the manor, yeah. You step cautiously through the dark halls, finding only rotten ruin in the kitchen. A huddle of family skeletons occupy the bedroom, some large, some small, each clutching an empty vial. Got a box out of that, cool. But under the fallen bookcase in the study, you're pleased to find an ornate box. Find your way back to the outskirts. For a moment you think you've lost your way, but then you spot a fountain you recognize. A statue cracked and headless, its remains water just a puddle of black slime. You breathe a sigh of relief. This is a familiar territory. Sun slips, shadows, and ruin lengthen the time to leave. Okay, cool. So we managed to get through that. Awesome. So again, back to this again. So right now we have this ornate box, which I can open for free. 120 bucks. You know what? Honestly, cool. That makes me feel a lot better considering all the things I had to deal with. All right. Let's see here. 30 bucks, 60 bucks, 80 bucks, 60 bucks. I might need to keep in mind of the steel, because that's going to be huge. Let's see. It's a 7 cost. I get okay money, but I also get a lot more steel in return for all the things I've been doing. This one would be more books, but I can get more silver. Which again, I haven't really done much in the ways of silver yet, because I don't think I'm going to have anyone to talk to and give me silver. So it might be this guy, honestly. Sharpness and mobility, so kind of like another hand and a half. Craft a hilt of medium length for both one and two-handed uses. Use one longer and 2 shorter grip parts to achieve this. Oh, or 2 shorter grips. Okay, I can deal with that. Let's see. Everyone in the camp is almost starving. The man approaches your anvil, oddly well fed, is fast, face fat and pink and healthy. Well met, Smith. Could you make me a sword? Something long and vicious. Sharp cut bone. Okay. What kind of hunting do you do? That's a secret, my friend. If everyone knew where to find easy prey, why would they be succumb to temptation? And where would that leave me with an empty fork? God. About your manner, I don't like it. I mean, that's a thing too. Like, how is he fat? I swear, God, he's killing people. He is Oh, I think not. I prefer to eat alone. Oh, he's a cannibal. 100%. He's a cannibal. Just make me the swordsmith. This isn't what you're. Isn't that what you're here for? He's a cannibal. 100%. I don't think I can eat. I don't think I can do that. I think he would. I think he's gonna be problematic. But also, the steel is very nice. Oh, this guy has a lot of. I can get 1. Let's see, 4. It's impossible for me to do any of these. It's a lot of money, but it's a freaking cannibal. 100%. This is totally a cannibal. Damn it. Oh, that's a problem. I don't like it. I don't like it, mates. That's so intense. Okay. I guess we just do that one. Make the sword. Take the fact that he's a cannibal. And then get the freebie there for the really easy small one. It's a lot of XP, but the problem is, like, I can't do anything else. It's a cannibal. I know it. I already know it's a cannibal, man. He wants to cut bones and all that, and ugh. That's gonna be a problem. All right. So the mobility aspect of it, we're gonna have to figure out slowly and surely, but we'll make it work. All right. So there's this. Thickness needs to be pretty small on the mobility side of things. Razor thin. Let's go ahead and get that width. Actually, I'm thinking we're probably gonna want like a good like in-between sword. There we go. And then cross section. All right, so we basically have that. So now it's just a matter of getting the point to be where it needs to be, which we should be able to get pretty okay results. All right, so that's a 1.5 blades. It's okay for the most part. It's decently sharp. It's not. God. God, I don't even know. Like, what do you call a cannibal sword? Like Widowmaker, or all you can eat, I guess. I don't really know what else to really just decide that one, but you know what? Good enough, I guess. All right, so we're gonna give him the all you can eat. Put that. That's so much metal though. Can I give him like a, can I have like a smaller thing there? Okay, let's see if I can maybe adjust the length of the sword so that's not so freaking huge. Apparently that's not gonna change it. Okay, I was kind of hoping it was gonna be a little bit better, but apparently nah. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now for the hilt. So it's either 2 small hilts or it's gonna be, let's see. Twisted grip. Yeah, because he wants it to either be like a really like lengthy grip or he wants it to be like a cool. I don't know how, I don't think I even had that many grips. No, doesn't want that. Yeah, hand and a half. Craft a hilt of medium length for both one and two-handed use. Use one longer or two shorter grip points to achieve this. So in that case, then we can go. No, I don't like that. Let's see. Smaller taper, mild taper. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Do I even own? I don't know if I even own a, Where is the smaller dude? The taper thing's gonna throw me off a little bit there, but we'll figure it out. Oh wait, maybe I can do. No, the mobility gets too big. So like now the question is like, where? Oh my god, this uses up so much steel. I'm gonna have to start scavenging again here pretty soon. I know I'm not gonna be able to do anything about the situation there, but again, the tapering thing is annoying me. I'll say technically. Oh wait, no, it does. No, it actually it doesn't. It doesn't need a cross guard. It could just be a hunting handle. And again, I don't have much of a way to like to make that happen. I don't have like any like good longer because I already have. Normally it's just two, but again, hand and a half doesn't make sense to me because like I don't understand the Oh, I didn't know we could do that. Nice. Okay. That's kind of cool. Nice. All right, anyway. What am I doing wrong here? What can I do to make this make sense to me? Craft a medium hilt for length for both one-handed and two-handed uses. Use one longer or two shorter grip parts to achieve this. And that's the part like I don't have that much like grip parts though. Because we have the oval one and we have like the mild taper thick. And then like, I don't know, slim. It's not helping me. Not a lot of help in this regard because I don't know how to. It's not letting me get access to it. Because I should be allowed to just, you know, slap it in there. But like, the hand and a half is not making sense to me. The hand and a half is not making sense. I have like everything else I need, but I can't get the hand and a half to work. Which admittedly is kind of annoying. Just start like just like attach like I've attached like just about every combination I think I can figure out, but like... Okay. What the H? What's up, Fist? Good to see you. Welcome in. Having a good time and a great day. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get so much more steel. And again, I don't want to go and give this thing a whole piece here. There's gotta be something I'm not doing right. Let's see. Yeah, not... I don't know. So we're playing this is an indie game we're checking out, known as Blade Song. I've been working on trying to figure out how to complete this quest piece here, but I'm having a bit of an issue trying to get this blade and this hand and L half requirement because I don't know if I have enough grip. I don't know if I even own a grip point for this. Let me just burn through this really quick here just to kind of help this out because apparently, ya boy. And then more broad point there. If I can get, it'd be nice to me. So, but I have 3% left. I'm so screwed. Well, you know, you go, you get it adjusted and fixed. All right, there you go. Nameless sword. Huzzah! A nameless sword. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that right now. Like, I am currently being dealt a bad hand because the hand and a half thing is not making sense right now. Let's see. Cause like there's plain wood, plain, stronger, smaller. Like I got these, like I can do 2 small grips here. Which kind of admittedly sucks. Not enough resources. How much wood is it? Oh, good God. I didn't realize I was gonna make it that huge. This is gonna take all the wood that I would own if I wanted to do this style. Okay, what if I just could I grab this thing and potentially? Wait. Oh, it's because I had to do the freaking change ups there. I was so concerned and confused. I'm over here like having a hell of a time trying to like make this like make sense to me visually. You know what? Not even gonna bother. Not even gonna bother trying to figure out what the hell that was about. But you know what? Good enough for me. All you can eat. Ba-boom. The hilt is not finished. Boo. You can't just... I love that you're not allowed to, Yeah, we just gave a cannibal a gun. God. We just gave a cannibal a sword. All you can eat. There you go. Ta-da! I am not responsible for any of the deaths and moitas that are gonna be transpired by that man. I refuse to be responsible for that. All right, well, we made some good money, thankfully. So Stay in the forge, the camp. I need to see if I can get some food. I might need to see if I can try to get some food and not starve, because I'm kind of dying. I haven't had food in a couple days. All right, let's see here. Steal rations from a passing wagon. You lie in wait for the outskirts of twilight dusk. A wagon appears in the horizon, an enormous spiked wheel churned the thing. Black armored guards sit atop the wagon, wielding fierce-looking crossbows. If they spot you, you'll likely end up punched full of holes. But you're in luck. A child runs in front of the wagon, almost ending up minced beneath its wheels. The wagon pulls at the halt. The guard shouts at the boy to get out of the way. Ah, come on. I have no way of doing this. I'm not gonna win. He fires his crossbow. The bullet strikes you squarely in the heart, knocking you into the ground instantly. You grapple for a moment in your chest, wheezing, spilting, strength fades from your arms. Then darkness closes in. Ha! You can die in this game. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's insane. I knew it. I knew you could die in this game. Okay. Note to self, you can die in Blade Song. Oh, man. By the fire, the guy goes to hide your approach. The dog, pleased to see you. Joyce knocks you over. Good to see you. Forgive me, less than position. We've run a bit of bad luck lately. Some thieves snuck in my tent. They were after my coin, my tools. Vultures, lots of ilk around this camp. What happened? Made them sort in exchange for sparing my life, my coin. Don't give in to the vultures, Smith. Never give them an inch. Now there's a rotten, hard thief running around this camp with a keen blade by his side, bound to cause trouble. My apologies. I wish I could have found another way. You should think more carefully about the who you work for, Smith. Try to put steel in the right hands. Having trouble finding more food? That's right. Since I found that box of supplies, the caravans have been on high alert. No more meat rations for old Bennett. We're back to eating moldy scraps and boiled grass. Not sure how much longer we can last. Oh, God. Any rumors or smugglers who claim they can get you in? They charge an arm and a leg. Though who knows if they're telling the truth? Maybe they'll just take your money and leave you to dead in the ditch. Still, might be worth the risk if you can afford them. Okay. So there's a potentially things. Let's see if Chev has anything to work with. Oh, never mind then. I see you. I'm enjoying my dinner. I'd offer you some, but I'm still waiting for my smaller to pair perfectly with wine. Let's see. I don't think she's got anything here, but are there any rumors at least? Did you ever meet Lockshot, a gnarly young man who lived a few tents over? Apparently he snuck out for the waters and planned to become a crow and seek his fortune. It's suicide if you ask me. Everyone knows a crow's life is short and brutal, but I guess you can't say the same thing about life in the camp. Gonna dinner. Have a good time, Pear. Thanks for being here. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to. I don't have the finesse to do anything. What skill did I even earn? Let's see. Potential wood. A good amount of steel for that. I'm liking that guy right now. Again, good amount of steel. I can probably work on that a bit. 11 steel. Nothing. Horseshoe would be kind of good. 13 steel in a book. I kind of like the 13 steel in a book, though. I'm gonna go with this one. Because I think I can get away with some of these things. Actually, how much could I get from a piece of stuff here? Yeah, I think what we might do is go here, get the 11 steel, and hopefully get something out of that. All right, you just want it to be sharpened up, which honestly, not a bad time. All right, let's see here. There we go. I don't know. I like that little that little detail. At the end of the day. All right. So now sharpness. Let's go ahead and get that thickness down a little bit. All right, and then that's pretty fine. And then let's get rid of that. And then the point. And then go over here. If I can't make this beautiful. I hate that like I'm so low on steel right now. Like it's actually kind of saddening. I don't like it at all. We still got the regular point looking a-okay here, but now the question is like what in... Oh god. Don't do that. There, nice little short of a blade, but nothing crazy over the top though. All right, epic. Broad. I don't know why I always like make my swords like super broad, and I don't know why I'm about that, but I do it all the time. Let's see. And again, my cross section does not make sense. Can't really tell what I'm doing here. Yeah, I have no clue what I'm... I don't know like what's being adjusted here when I do that skill. Yeah, not seeing the changes here right now. So we'll have to kind of let the one kind of be for a moment, but we'll maybe get to where I want that to go. All right then. Oh yeah, no, definitely want that to come back. All right, maybe we make the width a little less here. We don't need to be ridiculous. And a few more bonks with that. Okay. And then sharpness. Let's see, we'll get rid of the taper width. The point. I don't know why the point is always like the one thing like that throws me off the most. Like it's supposed to be a real simple in and out kind of job. For some reason, my I always have a bit of an issue with that. Because again, my cross section. Yeah, that, as far as I know, that should be technically good to go. What am I doing wrong? All right, look, we're gonna try to reapply the cross section because I'm pretty confident I know what I should have known what I've been doing, but apparently I don't know what I did differently, but okay. All right. And now just bonk it about. Boom. No sword for you. Nameless sword. Congratulations. All right. So again, we have money. So now I'm gonna have to figure out Wow, that's a lot of tools. Okay. We should probably go visit this vendor again, because I'm going to need to start buying more money. All right. We'll hold off to that for now. That should hopefully... I mean, that's 50, so that's 50 steel. I think that should be fine. I wonder if I want to go to the, You know what? I think I'm going to go to the gate. I haven't been to the gates in a while. And hopefully that's not going to cause any issues amongst us and ourselves here. Maybe I've made a reputation. I can go to the guard now. Maybe I can go to the guard and say, hey. Let's see. Both threaten beacon refugees together, pleading for entry while impressive guards look on. Approach the gate. The guard is slouching against the ramparts, gazing over at the horizon. His heavy folded eyes flicker. Your only way in when you call for his attention. What do you want? The guard sneered, especially pronounced this evening. I want to enter the keep. You a citizen, or you got yourself a worker's permit? No, but I'd like to apply for a worker's permit. I'm a blacksmith and I've been plying my trade out here for a while now. Yeah, and I'm a dragon slayer. Get out of here, applicant. Wow. Okay, apparently I'm boned. Can't even deal with that. So I think I gotta start asking about rumors about like what the hell people are doing out and about now. Oh. Wait, did I never finish this one? What? Interesting. All right, here's what I think we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and we'll put this on a little leave because I didn't realize I had a free commission auto accepted for myself here. Because I mean that's free steel and free action points, so I can get a pretty good amount of stuff here. And there's some good steal opportunities for all this stuff right now. So we're gonna go ahead and call this a nice little checkpoint here. But if you guys did end up enjoying yourselves here today on the stream, do not consider liking, subscribing, and come joining us in for upcoming future things. I will see you guys all on the next video. But as always though, adios, sayonara, you all have a good night.